From this chart, you can obviously see that the market is pointing to the downside because we got this clean break of structure at this point. So you can see that we have a very clean break of structure at this point. Once you get your break of structure, you start looking for the origin that caused that break of structure, that is the order block. So you can see where the order block is at. The order block is here. So now this is 15 minutes. So this is also a clean trade I was able to catch. From 15 minutes, I had to put my pending order here because all the confluences I needed on this chart, they are intact. We've gotten the trend. Now a clean break of structure to the downside, my order block, and then FVG intact here, and then liquidity price will clear is here. So in this type of situation, I'll take my aggressive entry here. Then my stop loss will now be a little bit above the last week rejection. That will be where my stop loss would be, and then I will target the point of retracement. So it was a trade of 1:2 risk to reward ratio. So here my pending order will be set here. So all I would just want the market to do will be for it to come mitigate this point and then move to the direction. So the chart is on replay mode. Let's play so that you see how price reacted off the zone. Let's go ahead and play the chart so that you'll see how price reacted. Now you can see price has mitigated the zone. So as price has tapped into this point, it has triggered my entry, and my entry is running. If it's a good trade, it's going to go straight to my TP, give me money, and that will be all. And then if it's a bad trade, it's going straight to my SL, give me losses, and that will be all. So this was indeed a successful one. So price tapped in, and you can see how it moved straight to TP. So I worked with aggressive entry on this particular trade, but now, like I said, I used aggressive entry. We are still going to check. Let's assume I wanted to use confirmation entry on this particular setup. Let's see whether I would have also gotten an entry. So let's start from the 1 minute time frame. Let's view from 1 minute time frame. Let's see if I'll be able to get an entry opportunity if I used confirmation entry. So let's see. Okay, so from 1 minute time frame, I'm already seeing something. Let me just refresh the charts so that it should be bold. Okay, so let me take away this too. So from 1 minute time frame, you can see after price cleared the liquidity, I think there is also confirmation entry here. So after price cleared the liquidity, you can see when price tapped into the order block. So from 1 minute time frame, that created what? A break of structure to the upside, which was the last break of structure to the upside. Now after that, price started retracing to the downside. So now this was where the change of character occurred. Generally, change of character occurred here generally. So if I'm looking to take entries, I'll have to look for the order block that caused this particular change of character. So for the order block that caused this particular change of character, if I'm to map it out, it will be here. It will be here. So that simply means from 1 minute I will miss this entry. I'll miss this entry from 1 minute time frame. Let's check 3 minutes if we'll be able to catch the entry if we wanted to work with confirmation. Okay, from 3 minutes time frame. So 3 minute time frame, this will now be the order block because 1 minute was kind of refined. So we're still working with the last break of structure to the upside, and now change of character, the origin that caused the change of character. This will be the order block, so I'll map it out. So let's check whether price, let's highlight it well. Okay, you can see from 3 minutes, if I wanted to work with confirmation entry, 3 minutes gave me the confirmation I needed. So the confirmation here, remember the explanation, allow price to show you intent that it is ready to move before you enter. So you can see price rejecting from here, giving me a change of character, now coming back into the origin. Once I get this change of character, that is now when I'll be looking to take my entries. Now stop loss will now be above the order block, that is the new order block from the lower time frame that I'm trying to work with, which is this one. That is where my stop loss will be, just above here. So here stop loss will be around 25 pips. So one thing with confirmation entry is that you will get a well-refined stop loss. So let's check the risk to reward ratio the trade will give to us, because we'll still be targeting this point as our take profit. So here the risk to reward ratio will now be 1:6 compared to, let me check my aggressive entry. So my aggressive entry, I took entry from here, stop loss a little bit above this point. So aggressive entry gave me risk to reward ratio of 1:2, because obviously my stop loss was, way bigger than this. But then confirmation dished out, a well-refined risk to reward ratio that is 1:6. So it all depends on the one you want to work with. For me, sometimes I work with confirmation, sometimes, just depending on the momentum from what I've explained, sometimes I work with aggressive. But then looking at this trade now, confirmation gave a better risk to reward ratio. Although aggressive entry gave us early entry into the trade, but confirmation gave sweet risk to reward ratio. So that is it. Let's also look at another example. So traders, still on gold, remember we were able to catch this particular sell. Now we have a new break of structure. Now from this break of structure, we need to look for the order block that caused this particular break of structure. So from this particular order block, looking at the origin, so you can see the origin started from here to this point. So inside this origin, you have to look for the order block that caused this particular